Thank you for joining us today as we announce an exciting new development here at Ole Miss. Sport and competition have been part of the human experience and part of society since the first recorded Olympics back in 760 BC. When people from my generation think about and talk about sports, their first thoughts go to those that are played on fields, those that are played on courts. The physical competition of human against human, personal and physical showdowns. Since the advent of video games, society has been gravitating towards games that allow us to compete on digital platforms. Today, people all over the world go online to compete with each other. More recently, these online competitions have drawn larger and larger numbers of active players, and now these games are even drawing larger numbers of spectators who go online to watch these competitions. This is the world of esports. A world where games like Overwatch with 40 million players, League of Legends with over 100 million monthly active users, and Rocket League with over 40 million players are growing more and more popular every day. A world where expert gamers garner millions of followers and fans worldwide, much like top celebrities in the more traditional world of sports. A world where spectators are drawn to world competitions like the League of Legends World Final that was held in Seoul that drew 45,000 in-person spectators and more than 27 million viewers online. That represents more viewers than the viewership of the 2018 College Football Championship. Finally, it's a place where the World Championship games and winning rival on-field champion purses are growing larger and larger. The largest to date being $18 million in the Dota 2 World Championship. But this is not about money. It's about embracing the future of online gaming, the future of sports, and the future of understanding how the online world brings society together. And the real beneficiaries are our students. This will help them to develop and refine soft skills of leadership, teamwork, communication in task environments, things that will help them throughout their careers. We are pleased to announce that we are going to kick off our entrance into the world with a competition against Mississippi State University in the Esports Egg Bowl. Our team of gamers against their team of gamers. It will be hosted at the Pavilion for spectators on October 13th, and it will be streamed online. Spectator seats will be free of charge, and our Ole Miss Esports Club team will represent the Ole Miss Rebels in this competition. From there, we on our campus plan to establish sites where Ole Miss gamers can gather, practice, and connect with expert gamers recreationally and also prepare for competitions in which they'll represent our team worldwide. We'll work towards establishing a competitive program that will enable our Rebel gamers to compete against the best collegiate gamers in the country. You've heard that the SEC just means more. These efforts embrace that spirit and embody the support and encouragement that we're known to provide to students with many interests and many talents. It is consistent with our efforts to build excellent programs that give students the knowledge and understanding necessary to unleash their full potential and prepare them for lifelong learning that will benefit them throughout their careers. Today, we have with us the president and captain of our team, Craig Pennington, and the president and Mississippi State's team, Jay Deschamps. You will hear from them briefly, and then we'll take questions from the group. Before I turn it over to them, I want to thank our leadership sponsor, C Spire. They are helping us make this competition and initiative possible. I also thank Chair of our Department of Computer and Information Science, Dr. Dawn Wilkins, Carrie Long, Tiffany Gray, and Nishant Rodriguez for their leadership efforts that got us to this point today. The future is here. Competition is changing, and the need for new talent in the world is emerging. Ole Miss is changing the world. Are you ready? Join us October 13th for the Esports Egg Bowl. And with that, I'll turn it over to Craig.
Yes, so the Egg Bowl was kind of a concept that I had pitched to MSU over the summer, and it was more of like a dream event that we hope to have within the next 5 years than this upcoming October. And for some reason, several people just started helping out, getting on board with this project to have this really big event, and it kind of blew up into this really just amazing event that we're going to have planned, and I'm really looking forward to it. With the event, the venue's gonna mainly open starting at 10 o'clock, and then competition's gonna be played starting from 12 around noon to whenever the games finish up. And the schedule for that will be released shortly. And we're hoping this will help sort of garner the support and boost esports within both schools, because esports is something that kind of has taken the West Coast by storm, and a lot of companies and a lot of schools have really pushed, a lot of awesome stuff over there. And it's just now reaching over here to the southeast, and we want to be the first that sort of really not only do it here, but also does it the best, to show that we can compete at the highest level of all esports across the entire country and maybe even the world. And so it's just been an incredible experience going through this and talking to people and learning all kinds of things about this campus and the process it has to go through to pull off something this amazing. And so it kind of took a village to really make this even begin to become what it's going to be. I definitely want to be able to thank both the provost office, the computer science departments, the athletic department, communications and brand marketing, housing, outreach, the union, campus recreations, IT, development, and several others who have managed to come together and really make this amazing. So I'll pass it over to Jay.
I share the same sentiment as Craig. I'd like to first thank Mississippi State and Ole Miss for all of the help that we've gotten this far. I'd like to thank Dr. Hyatt at Mississippi State, as well as Jackie Mullen and all of my officers at Mississippi State. This has been a ride. It's something that we talked about over the summer, and we thought maybe by the time we graduate we could talk about it. But now we're facing it in October. We're extremely grateful. I'm glad that we're going to be able to push something like this that's only happening in California down to Mississippi. We're excited about the games to come. I know we're going to be playing, like we've mentioned, we're going to be playing League of Legends, CSGO, Rocket League, Rainbow Six Siege, Smash Bros, and a couple others. Overwatch, I think that's it. And Call of Duty as well. But I'm just really excited. This is something that I couldn't have dreamed of as a second-year student at Mississippi State. I can't even put into words how grateful I am that I'm in this position and that I've gotten the help from other people to put myself in that position. So I just really want to say thank you to everybody in attendance, everybody that's helped me so far. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna take a moment now to unveil the logo for the event itself. So.
Questions? Questions from the audience?
Yes, we can take questions now. Unveil the logo.
Is this a one-time thing, or y'all hoping it's annual, and are you kind of like the Egg Bowl, is it going to bounce from campus to campus?
I think we certainly hope it can be annual, and the goal right now is to have it bounce from campus to campus, as we're going to be the first ones hosting it this year on campus. We're hoping that by the time we go into planning for next year's, Mississippi State will be able to support them in theirs.
Mississippi State has expressed their want for it to become an annual event, just like we did the Egg Bowl for football. We want this to be an every year thing that heightens our rivalry and brings more attention to esports and more growth to esports in the Southeast.
Yes. How long have y'all been a club or group? I have a question for both y'all.
Well, Ole Miss Esports was founded in January of 2017, and yeah, we really haven't been a club that long. It's been not even a whole 2 years yet, but just the fact that we managed to get here at the pace we've gotten to is not only a testament to just the wonderful people who've kind of like helped out with us, but also just a testament to esports' rise as a whole and how it's just really garnering all kinds of attention and all this awesome stuff.
Mississippi State Esports has been a club for about 6 years. I recently took over as president last semester. Chuck also took over with me last year. But as far as becoming a club sport and becoming really involved with our school, that's just this year. 3 weeks ago, we've become involved with Mississippi State. So we're really excited for what the future holds for our program. Like Greg said, in a short amount of time, we've accomplished all of these things. We hope these things keep happening to us, and we keep getting the help that we need.
You said this happens in California, or are there schools that do this out there?
There are, to name a few, like I know in the tournaments we played in last year, UC San Diego does a great job. They're recognized nationally, probably globally, as one of the best. University of Toronto also does the same thing. Those guys are way ahead of the game, and they know what they're doing.
You kind of said it in your earlier comments, but I saw Chimps Over There also kind of promote this, tweeted out yesterday, just when y'all were approached, I mean, what were y'all's initial thoughts of doing something like this?
First of all, we were excited. We see the tremendous momentum that this has, not only on our campus, but worldwide. And we're also excited by the fact that our students are engaged and interested. They approached our computer science department, Dr. Wilkins and also Carrie Long, who then brought the idea to us. We recognize that we need to embrace excellence across lots of different parameters and lots of different talents across our campus. And we want to be supportive of students, which is our culture here at the university. And so we recognized the momentum they had and started to work with them to figure out what the next step looks like. Due to the efforts of our incredible staff, we were able to get this kind of progress this quickly, and we were excited to see this actually come together because of their efforts. And from that perspective, our university wants to wrap our arms around that effort and try to help in any way we can.
Whoever may know, who approached, or how did y'all come up with this venue or to do it, or were there other venue ideas as well?
Yeah, so I would credit the people. We put together a working group pretty quickly, and the working group included people that Cray mentioned, from IT, from student affairs, from housing, from athletics, in the academic side, the computer and information sciences department. And so that group came together and started meeting regularly. Oh, in outreach, which is run camps on esports. And so that group, the primary leaders have been Tiffany Gray and Carrie Long and Don Wilkins, and they sort of started to gel this idea and talking with students and hosting events with the students about bringing Mississippi State together with Ole Miss and allowing us to start our first competition to give it some energy.
I guess what I was asking is, what made y'all decide to choose the Pavilion as the venue?
Yeah, so that's a question that would really be best directed by or answered by our team. I think that the idea that it should be a spectator arena, the idea that it should give our community an opportunity to view what's happening. This is obviously the best place on campus for that to happen. We're proud of this facility. It's a world-class arena that hosts our basketball games on a regular basis, but it has a lot of the amenities and the speed and the internet access that's needed to host an event like that. And so the arena was a great place to host the Egg Bowl.
Yeah, it definitely legitimizes the image that we're trying to pull off. This isn't just some small-time competition where like one team from MSU is coming over to play in like a classroom or something. Like this is a big deal, and this definitely kind of seemed like the best option possible.
I guess how many players are y'all going to have, or how are y'all kind of tweaking that format, or do y'all have that?
We actually looked at our roster recently, and we're bringing about 40 players over. The max is about 50, but we're looking at bringing about 35 to 45 players average.
Yeah, that's across like 7 games. I think minimum you need 32 people. And so if you include coaches, staff, substitutes, it's gonna be a good amount of people.
Good amount of people combined. Any more questions?
Great, thank you so much for coming today. We're excited about this initiative and we're looking forward to the future.
Yeah.